especially if the rain doesn't come. If it does, we're still expecting about 29 degrees Celsius today. But this could be a very interesting showdown at the season finale. We know a little bit more now about how things are going to go in X30 Mini. We know how they're going to go in Super Shifter, down to the wire. It's looking a little bit more comfortable for Lewis Gilbert in X30 Junior, but it's definitely not done yet. In X30 Senior, well, how close it is between these guys at the front end of the field, anything could still happen. So as the tensions rise and the drivers are going to head out onto the circuit for their formation lap, tensions are very high at the moment, and everybody is expecting a really, really strong race. So the drivers heading out onto the circuit very shortly for their formation laps. Martin Bean just overseeing proceedings at the pit gate and making sure that the drivers will be adhering to the rules and regulations. There's been a couple of moments over the course of the weekend where we've had to remind the drivers about their standards, but other than that, it has been a relatively clean weekend throughout. Only one driver needing medical attention through the weekend in a severe way, and that's already been dealt with. Romain Leroux was taken to hospital yesterday for some medical checks after an incident at the end of yesterday's second heat, I think it was. No, my apologies, it was the first heat. So he has obviously been given some medical treatment and is taking no further part in the weekend. But now we're hopefully going to be getting started very soon indeed for the Senior X30s. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm not entirely sure what the delay is for, but obviously it is with good reason. So I think Martin Bean just wanting to reassure the drivers that they are watching. They are making sure that everything is above board. And with several drivers still in the points title fight, Ravenscroft, Kimber, Brown-Nutley, Curl, Porter, Pico, lots of drivers have a mathematical chance of winning, but this race is pretty much going to decide who can win the title. Ravenscroft and Kimber on the front row of the grid, from Travazanuto and Cananini, Danny Curl and Joe Turney, from Jordan Brown-Nutley and Alexander Bardas, Luis Beloso Manzano and Philip Vava in the top 10. Then it is Joey Van Spuntenen and Ali Akabi, from Sean Butcher and Vincent Marceau, Harry Platten and Arnold Milizia, Bastien Gassin and Xavier Hansheim, from Revelda van der Westerleken and David Legem, Thomas Fleming and Nicola Pico, Renz Van Pelt and Leandro Lajos Lopez, Morgan Porter and Valentina Baracco, from Juan Carlos Hernandez Ruiz and Louis Westover, Ruben Moya and Jack Tomalin, Leonardo Sperati and Stefan Porchap, from Gianluigi Pelego and Siim Liedmar. 34 drivers remain in Senior X30. As things currently stand in the points tally, Ravenscroft is 5 points ahead of Jordan Brown-Nutley, 4 more ahead of Danny Curl, 3 more ahead of Morgan Porter, 1 more ahead of Joey Van Spunteren, and then we start to get to the Pico, Turney and Kimber end of the field. But even though Mark Kimber is down in 8th in the points, that's because he scored nothing at Marienborg. If he scores 2 wins this time, he will have a chance to win the whole title, because although he scores no points from Marienborg, he will have 6 wins on the board, and that will almost certainly be enough to get the victory done. So now it is time for the victory dance. 2 races to go, and there is going to be one heck of a show. The drivers are now in position. Ravenscroft versus Kimber. Lorenzo Travazanuto and Danny Cananini. Watch those two. They are the circuit specialists here. They know their way around this circuit better than anybody in this field. Travazanuto, the 20-year-old Italian for the HTB kart team, part of Nico Rosberg's racing team in the FIA series. And this man knows everything there is to know about Castelletto. Can he beat the IAME Euro Series Elite? We will find out. But Ravenscroft versus Kimber is about to get underway, and we go! It's a brilliant start from the inside line. Ravenscroft jumps through, no problem at all for Kimber in second. Cananini's going to get loose, and Danny Curl's going to pop up into 4th place. Good start too from Vava. He's going to try and make his way into 5th position round the outside, and it's a beautiful move. Vava into 5th. So Ravenscroft, Kimber, Travazanuto, Curl and Vava. That's your top 5 at the moment. And we've got a spinner. That is Renz Van Pelt in the S's. Renz Van Pelt has got himself pointing the wrong way. And I'm not sure he's going to get going again, unfortunately. What a shame for the Belgian. And he stamps on his Nassau. Rens van Pelt absolutely fuming. Meanwhile, the battle continues on the first lap for the rest of the field. So this is going to be a really strong run. Ravenscroft leads from Kimber. Then it is Danny Curl in third position now, in front of Lorenzo Travasanuto. He's made the move. Fifth is Philip Vava. No, that's Joe Turney. That's Joe Turney, my apologies. Joe Turney has made his way through. So Joe Turney in P5. Then it is the 393 of Bardas, who has come up to sixth position once again. A couple of drivers further down the order, Tomalin and Pelego, have dropped back a little way off the back of the field. And it's Pelego out of the race. Gianluigi Pelego is pulling off. That is such a shame for Pelego, but back at the front, it is still the battle between Ravenscroft and Curl. Curl has got past Mark Kimber, and now Joe Turney is through on Travasanuto. It's a five-way scrap for the victory. Joe Turney's magnificent season is going beautifully as well, and here at Castelletto he wants to get some victories on the board. Joe Turney, fresh off the back of his British Grand Prix victory in Senior Rotax at Kart Masters last week at PF International. Up the inside comes Curl, and Danny Curl, the reigning world champion, takes the lead at Castelletto. That's the form we've expected to see from him all season. He's had poor luck in the IAME Euro Series. Now he is at the front. Danny Curl leads from Ravenscroft and Kimber. It's a British trio, but then comes Joe Turney in fourth. So it is 1, 2, 3 and 4 for Great Britain, with now fifth Travasanuto. Up the inside, Turney's going to get past Kimber. Well, that's definitely going to help his teammate. If Kimber is off the podium, then it's definitely looking more likely for Ravenscroft to win the title. So now they come through. If the title were to finish like this, if the race were to finish like this, then the championship points would be very interesting. Ravenscroft would then take a 19-point lead over Danny Curl. Joey Van Splinteren moving up to third in the points tally because he's now up to ninth in the race. Jordan Brown-Nutley having an absolute screamer back up through the field up to seventh place. So there's still a long way to go, but Ravenscroft is looking likely to take a 19-point lead in the points if it stays like this. He doesn't mind at all if Danny Curl is in second place. That will do. Kimber will rise to fifth in the points tally if he stays where he is, but that's Turney going past his teammate Ravenscroft. So Turney's not interested in the points tally at all. He wants to win. And with Travasanuto back past Kimber now, Travasanuto's got past Mark Kimber. So this could be a very interesting tussle. 4 laps done, and it's Curl, Turney, Ravenscroft, Travasanuto, Kimber, and in sixth place is Bardas. Watch out for Bardas. The Polish racer was pole position in qualifying. So Bardas is going to be a strong factor in this race, for definite. Seventh place now is the 391. That is Beloso Manzano in front of Brown-Nutley. Ravenscroft versus Travasanuto again, just like yesterday, only this time it's for third. Travasanuto up the inside, and he gets Ravenscroft, and Kimber's trying to follow in through as well. But Travasanuto through into third place now. Ravenscroft in fourth. So he's lost a point on the last lap, so the gap lead would be 18. He'll lose another, that'll drop it to 17. But still looking good for Ravenscroft in terms of the title at the moment. He's just got to stay focused and stay in the game. Danny Curl leads it. Turney second. Third is Travasanuto. Fourth is Ravenscroft. Then it's Kimber and Bardas. Bardas is hustling Kimber. But Kimber's position is going to put him ahead of Joe Turney in the points tally at the moment. Porter and Pico are going to drop back to 7th and 8th and out of contention. So through they come. Down the back straight. For the moment, it is Danny Curl leading from Joe Turney and Lorenzo Travasanuto. Travasanuto getting on with things now and closing up on Joe Turney in second place. That's going to give the drivers behind a lot of opportunities here. Not many people would mind too much if Travasanuto got the win. Certainly Ravenscroft wouldn't mind at all. It would stop his rivals getting a win. So that's Philip Vava right up behind Luis Peloso Manzano in the Unimatricular K team. As they battle away, there is Lorenzo Travasanuto, 20 years old. One of the stars of European karting at the moment. Lorenzo Travasanuto fighting furiously there in third position behind Joe Turney. Knows this place so well. Circuit specialist here at Castelletto. Quick flick over the shoulder. Ravenscroft's not quite as close as he would like to be. And now Travis Anuto's got his sights set on Joe Turney. Ravenscroft still fourth from Kimber and Bardas. Jordan Brown-Nutley looks like he's going to fall from second in the points table to fourth on dropped scores if things stay as they are. Brown-Nutley is just on the outskirts of the top 10 as Kimber makes a move for Ravenscroft. It's not going to happen. Ravenscroft holds him off as Travis Anuto has made the move on Joe Turney. Bardas is now hotly underneath Kimber. It's a 1-2 for the HTP team. Danny Curl and Travis Anuto out in front as Bardas goes for Kimber. Bardas goes for Kimber and Kimber's going to get him straight back again. Up into the top 5 he goes. So that's great moving from Mark Kimber as he closes up again on Ravenscroft. But it's second, third and fourth for Travis Anuto, Turney and Ravenscroft at the moment. Good racing further back, some good battles all the way through the field. Just the 3 retirements thus far. Arnold Milizia failed to start. Renz van Pelt was out on lap 1. And Gianluigi Pelego retiring a couple of laps later with something wrong with his Praga. But Danny Curl, reigning world champion. Danny Curl leads the way. Second, Travis Anuto. Third and fourth are these two, the KR Sport teammates, Turney and Ravenscroft. HTP, KR, Strawberry. And for Alexander Bardas in 6th position, it is the Top Kart squad in 6th. Britain, Italy, Britain, Poland in the top 6. As they continue to battle. For Travis Anuto, it's looking comfortable. Joe Turney's got his teammate right behind him, Clayton Ravenscroft. 4th position, not a bad place to be in terms of the title. Ravenscroft would be 17 points ahead of Danny Curl, who suddenly looks like he could be the strongest opponent for the title to Clayton Ravenscroft. There's Joey Van Splinteren and Jordan Brown-Nutley. Now Van Splinteren's going to move to 3rd in the points, displacing Brown-Nutley if it stays like this. There's your leader, Danny Curl, about to complete lap 9. And with 6 to go, he is about to move into 2nd place in the title race with just 1 race to go. Ravenscroft still your title leader. If it stays like this, he'll be on 240 points on dropped scores, and that will give him 17 points advantage over Danny Curl and 21 points advantage over Joey Van Splinteren, with Brown-Nutley 4th, Kimber 5th and Porter 6th. In fact, Porter and Turney would be tied on 205, so Turney could do with catching up with Travis Anuto and passing, but the Italian is making that look impossible right now. Danny Curl and Lorenzo Travis Anuto 1st and 2nd. The battle is on for 3rd, though, between the 3 Brits, Turney, Ravenscroft and Kimber. They come back onto the run to the final chicane. 2/3 of the race now gone, and 1/3 to go. 10 laps done, 5 remaining in the Senior X30 pre-final at the final round of the IAME Euro Series at Siete Larghi at Castelletto. Kimber all over the back of Ravenscroft, searching for a way through into turn 3. Plenty of travel through the corners, lots of smooth running from these Senior X30s. Ravenscroft is not quite able to run with Joe Turney. Kimber's going to try and take advantage into the right-hander. Ravenscroft defends beautifully. No chance of getting through there. So Ravenscroft now has all the motivation he needs to close in on his teammate, Joe Turney. Both of them are now Grand Prix winners, having won at the Kartmasters British Grand Prix last weekend. Joe Turney won in Senior Rotax. Clayton Ravenscroft won in Junior X30. So now they're going to continue their battle onto the home straight once again. 4 laps to go, and it's Curl from Travis Anuto. Turney, Ravenscroft, Kimber and Bardas. 7th is still Luis Melosa Manzano from Van Splinteren and Brown-Nutley. Vava is 10th from Pico, who's made an amazing charge up through the field. Nicola Pico started 22nd and is now in 11th. Great work from Pico. Marceau 12th from Butcher, Hansheim, Ackerby, Platten, Porter, Laos Lopez, Van der Westerlaken, Canonini, Legum, Sperati, Moya and Fleming. Still only those 3 retirements we mentioned, the non-starter Milizia, Van Pelt and Pelego. But as they run at the front end of the field, the battle is going to go all the way to the wire. Still some good jostling for position here as Ravenscroft again shakes off the attentions of Mark Kimber. Joe Turney running well in 3rd. And look how close Travis Anuto has got to his teammate now. Danny Curl knows that Travis Anuto is right behind him, and that's the signal Danny Curl wanted to see. Danny Curl gets the gesture from Travis Anuto. Don't worry, mate, we're going to get away from the field, and then with 2 laps to go, I'm coming for you. So Danny Curl and Lorenzo Travasanuto battle away at the back straight. Curl is leading, Travasanuto in second. Curl knows that he will probably lead the race at the end of this lap, but he's going to have to work very hard indeed to beat his teammate this time around in the final 2 laps. Turney's still third, and they're dangerously close actually, the rest of the field. So if these two do scrap away and it turns nasty, then there's 2 or 3 drivers behind them who could pick up the spoils. Turney, Ravenscroft and Kimber still very close together, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 2 to go. Curl leading Travasanuto. Turney, Ravenscroft, Kimber and Bardas. Peloso Melanzano is in 7th. Van Spunteren 8th from Brown Nutley and Nicolas Pico. Now Danny Curl has put in a very good lap the last time by, a 50.8, but Travasanuto has closed up. Still signals to Danny Curl, don't worry, I'm working with you, I'm working with you. I won't on the last lap, but I'm working with you for now. So for the moment, the HTP boys are trying to get away from Turney and Ravenscroft. Or maybe Travasanuto has had a word with his teammate Danny Curl and said, well, I'm not in this championship fight, you are. I might be able to help you out a little bit, mate. I've got nothing to prove. I'm doing a great job already. He's looking behind him rather a lot. He wants to see. Maybe he's going to protect Danny Curl and move him into 2nd place in the points. Last lap. Here we go. Travasanuto getting a lot closer to Danny Curl. He's just making sure there's space behind so that if they do have a battle, he's going to have some breathing space. Travasanuto on the back of Danny Curl. Onto the back straight. Turney still 3rd. Ravenscroft 4th. Kimber 5th. Danny Curl checks behind him. Sees where Travasanuto is. The answer, right on your tail, sunshine. Down to the hairpin. Turney and Ravenscroft have been working together though. They're right in there and Kimber's tagged on behind. Travasanuto may need to make a move on his teammate here. Joe Turney's going to look for it. 3rd position is not good enough for Joe Turney. He wants more. And he's going to have a very limited amount of time to get there. But 3rd will be a good starting point for the final as well. So out of the final turn, it's going to be Danny Curl who wins. And that puts him into 2nd in the points standings. Travasanuto 2nd. Turney 3rd from Ravenscroft and Kimber. And that gives us one hell of a showdown in the season finale. Ravenscroft leads the points stable by 17 points now to Danny Curl in front of Joey Van Splunteren by 4 more points. This is going to be one heck of a 3-way fight. Ravenscroft and Curl for the title then, it looks. Kimber needed to win that race. He's up to 5th in the standings, but Kimber needed to win. I think his title hopes have now faded. So, Danny Curl wins from Lorenzo Travasanuto. Joe Turney in 3rd from Clayton Ravenscroft. Mark Kimber is 5th from Alexander Bardas. Luis Peloso Manzano and Joey Van Spunteren. Nicolas Pico is 9th from Jordan Brown Nutley. Then Philippe Vava and Vincent Marceau. Sean Butcher is 13th for Australia from Xavier Hansheim and Ali Akabi. Morgan Porter fought his way back to 16th from Rivaldo van der Westerlaken and Danny Cananini, tumbling all the way back to 18th. Alejandro Lajas Lopez and Harry Platten from David Legem and Leonardo Sperati. Ruben Moyer and Thomas Fleming from Louis Westover and Sim Liedmar. Bastien Gassin dropping to 27th from Stevan Planchamp. Then it is Juan Carlos Hernandez Ruiz, Jack Tomalin and Valentino Baracco, with Pelego out, Van Pelt out and Malizia not starting. Dramatic scenes here in the X30 Senior Pre-Final, but we now have 4 titles to come later on in the day. It's going to be a really exciting battle, and they're going to be absolutely nailed to the mast. In the next half an hour or so, we are predicted a 60% chance of rain despite the heat. We're going to get underway for racing the X30 Mini Final at 1:30. We'll be coming back onto the RGMMC live stream and onto the Downforce UK radio stream a little way before that. But what a battle it's going to be. 4 titles are going to be decided, and all of them go down to the wire in the final race of the 2018 IAME Euro Series here at the Siete Laghi kart circuit at Castelletto di Brandozzo in Italy.
Grazie.